Like I say though, that's a lot of new bikes recently in this particular class, and it definitely seems to be, the biggest development in the adventure market recently. Now, perhaps that's because the cost of living's going up, so cheaper bikes are becoming more desirable, or perhaps riders are just fed up of trying to lug around on big adventure bikes, especially when it comes to off-roading. I wanted to find out a little bit more about this one, so I ran a poll earlier this week to find out which class of adventure bike you guys would be most likely to buy in 2025. Would it be that small to mid class that we've just looked at some of the options from? Or maybe the 700 to 1000cc class, which gives you a bit more power and perhaps versatility, so thinking about bikes like the Tenere or the Tiger 900 or the 890 Adventure? Or is the large capacity Liter Plus Adventure Tourer still the king? Well, the results actually kind of reflected what we're seeing with all these new bike announcements, with 41% of you, at the time I wrote this script anyway, voting that you'd prefer the smaller bikes, and another 41% preferring the sort of mid to large capacity bikes. Just 17% though said they'd go for the big, full, large capacity adventure bikes, although that is perhaps somewhat skewed by the pricing. I mean, 5 to 7 grand for a small capacity adventure bike is going to be far more attainable to a lot of people than the 17, 18, 19, 20 grand prices that we're really frequently seeing now in the large capacity market. I guess though, it's not just the price, because I looked through the comments and a lot of them are saying that big adventure bikes are just too big. Like 636 of the Beast says, I'm not interested in buying an adventure bike, but if I did, fuel economy, simplicity and ease of handling would be at the top of the priority list. RPDXC said, to me, the heavyweight adventure bikes are just too heavy. Matt in Grey said, smallest adventure class as possible. I'm not big and tall, so to handle a tall bike, I need to just slide over to one side and tiptoe on one leg. And lightweight bikes are already a challenge, so don't even think about anything heavier than that. And then Kintsugi says, rather have a 450 to 600 that's light and easy to live with, because I've had big heavy bikes before, and while it is fun having all the power, sometimes it's just too much of a chore to lug around. So yeah, it seems like, wow, for once, what you guys and more broadly the market is asking for is actually in harmony with what manufacturers are producing, with people wanting smaller, lighter, more affordable, more simple adventure bikes, and that's exactly what it seems like they're getting. Personally, I would say recently I did the Triumph Adventure experience on the Tiger 1200 Rally Pro, and it was really challenging, winter conditions, lots of slippy mud and deep puddles. And I've got to say, while the bike really did impress me a lot, it's so capable and proficient at tackling that sort of stuff, I did still find it largely quite stressful, and it's not even my bike to fix or repair afterwards. Now, I'm not that great at off-road riding, and I'm also not particularly tall either, so that doesn't help. And so while I didn't have any spills or, any injuries or anything like that, I was still kind of wishing I was on one of the Tiger 900s that the guide riders were using, or even something preferably smaller than that. So yeah, personally, I can't wait to get stuck into reviewing some of these smaller adventure bikes, and I really enjoyed the 450 MT last year, so hopefully some of these are even better than that. Would you agree though? Do you think the 450s are now the ones to go for, and are the manufacturers actually getting this one right? Let me know what you think down in the comments.